dear students of class 8. Today we will read and discuss the last part of the text, the selfish giant. Right? So in the last day's class or yesterday's class, we saw that giant used to play with the children, right, for whole day, and he used to ask about that little boy. Now years went by, means years passed by. Okay, many years passed by, and the giant grew old and feeble. Giant grew grown, so became old and feeble, means weak. He could not play about anymore. He could not play with the children anymore. So he sat in a huge armchair. So he would sit in a very huge, very big chair with arms, right? And so where you can keep your arms and watch the children at their games and admire his garden. And he used to watch the children when they would play, and he would admire, respect his garden also. Means he used to admire, kind of admiration, praise his garden. I have many beautiful flowers, he would say. I have many beautiful flowers, he said. But the children are the most beautiful flowers of all. But he used to say, on the contrary, that the children were the most beautiful flowers of all. One winter morning, he looked out of his window as he was dressing. One winter morning, he looked out of the window when he was dressing. He was wearing his dress. Then what happened? He did not hate the winter now. He did not hate the winter at that moment. Because why? For he knew that it was merely the spring asleep. The spring was asleep, and that the flowers were resting, Suddenly he rubbed his eyes in wonder and looked. So why did he not hate spring? Because he knew that after this winter. So why did he not hate winter? Actually, because he knew that after the winter the spring will come. The spring is now sleeping. That's why he did not hate winter now. Suddenly he rubbed his eyes. What do you mean by rub? Rub means to scrub, right? So rubbed his eyes. Then what happened? In wonder and looked in amazement, and he was looking. It certainly was a marvelous sight. It was surely a marvelous sight. In the farthest corner of the garden was a tree quite covered with lovely white blossoms. In the farthest corner, not the closest, but the farthest corner of a tree that was covered with lovely white blossoms, lovely white flowers. Its branches were golden and silver fruit hung down from them. And the trees in the winter also, the tree was covered with lovely white blossoms, branches were golden, and the silver fruits were hanging from the tree. And underneath it stood the little boy he had loved. And underneath the tree, that little boy was standing, whom he loved very much. Downstairs ran the giant in great joy. The giant ran towards downstairs, from his room to downstairs, and out into the garden, and then he went into the garden. He hastened across the grass. He went quickly across the grass and came near to a child. And when he came quite close, his face grew red with anger. When he came quite close, very close, his face became red with anger, and he said, "Who hath dared to wound thee?" This is archaic words. Who hath means has. Dared means who has that courage to wound, to attack, to hit. Thee means you. So who has the courage to wound you? For on the palms of the child's hands were the prints of 2 nails. For on the palms of the child's hands. So on the palms of the हाथ के ऊपर क्या था? Prints of means marks of 2 nails. Okay, and the prints of 2 nails were on the little feet and on the little feet also. So on the hand and on the feet. So who was that man or the child actually? Who hath dared to wound this? Cried the giant. This time cried asked loudly, who has dared to attack you, to hit you? Tell me, that I may take my big sword and slay him. Tell me, and I will take my big sword and I will slay means kill that man. Nay, answered the child. Nay means no. But these are wounds of love. These are marks of love, wounds of love. Who art you? Art means art, thou. Thou means you. So who art thou means who are you? Said the giant, asked the giant. And a strange awe fell on him. A strange expression. Okay, that kind of fear, awe means kind of fear expression. So kind of expression that mixed with fear, that fell on him, that came upon him. And he knelt before the child, little child, and he knelt down. Knelt means he sat on his knees before the little child. And the child smiled on the giant. Child smiled on the giant and said to him, you let me play once in your garden. Today you shall come with me to my garden, which is paradise. So one day you allowed me to play in your garden. Now today you will come along with me to play in my garden, which is what? Paradise. Paradise is where? In the heaven, where the God and goddesses, they just play actually. It's God's God actually. Right? And when the children, so who was that man actually? That man was Jesus Christ. That's why I said wounds of love, marks of footprints or nails, prints of nails. And when the children ran in the afternoon, they found the giant lying dead under the tree. When the children went in that afternoon, they discovered that giant was lying dead under the tree. Means he was lying and he was dead, all covered with white blossoms. And he was covered with white blossoms. So what happened? Giant died. And who came to accompany him to the heaven, to the paradise? That Jesus Christ came. One day he came to test him. Now he came to accompany him. Okay, that's all. Oscar Wilde. Now comprehension check. Giant saw the most wonderful sight. What did he see? What did he see? I have to explain. That the farthest corner of the garden, what happened in that sight? So there was a tree that was covered with white blossoms. Then what happened? That you have to write. What did he realize on seeing it? What did he realize on seeing it? Okay, then actually Giant saw a most wonderful sight. What did he see? So that here if you write about that, all the means the garden was full of children. The children were sitting on the trees and the trees were covered with flowers. So I will write here. What did he realize on seeing it? He realized that he was very much wicked or evilsome. Why was it still winter in one corner of the garden? Because the child was not able to climb up the tree. Describe the first meeting of the little boy and the giant. So you can express, you can write, then help him to climb up, then He just flung his arms around his neck and kissed him, right? Describe their second meeting after a long interval. Second meeting, he came and he was standing, and the tree was full of white blossoms and full of fruits, right? And then what happened, right? Giant lay dead, all covered with white blossoms. What does this sentence indicate about the one's selfish giant? That you have to write. If you can't, I will explain. The little child's hand and feet had marks of nails. Who does the child remind you of? When Jesus Christ. Give a reason for your answer. So when Jesus Christ was crucified, these marks were there. That's why. Is there something like the garden near where you live? Would you like one without giant perhaps, and why? What would you do to keep it in good shape? What would you do? Think it over. Selfless love involves suffering for others, and owing things is human. Start sharing them is divine. So you have to keep. If you keep that thing, you are human. But to share, so you must share everything with others. Who are you? Who are you? That's all. Thank you.